Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Please do remember, if you do not like what I say, how I say it, or why I say it, then please do feel free to click off this video and go about the rest of your day in peace. And so we're back again with another part in my zodiac energy series. So we're almost done with this, but basically this is when we're looking at a particular zodiac energy and we're applying that to your personal natal charts. That is how these messages can help you, is when you apply it to your personal natal chart. So I highly encourage you to use the whole sign system so you know exactly what house and area of life these messages can help to add clarity on. In particular, we're referring to the zodiac sign Virgo, the alchemist, with methodical, aligned, ritualistic, efficient, insightful, healthy, dutiful, discerning, witchy, subtle, pure, refined, accurate, solitary, curatorial, critical, nervous, and perfectionist. So, and traditionally, Virgo rules the sixth house, which is the house of your personal health, being in service to others, your relationships, your day-to-day work. So how you relate to coworkers, employers, people around you that you generally work with. It's also the house of pets. So this is things that Virgo also kind of relates to in certain degrees. So we're going to apply that to wherever Virgo is in your natal chart. So definitely keep that in mind as we move through these messages. So we have 3 piles as always. We have pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3. So we're going to go ahead and jump into these messages. Right, we are starting with pile 1. And if you did not listen to the beginning of the video, I highly encourage you to go back and do that so you understand how this reading works. Again, we're referring to Virgo energy here. And so we're going to jump into your cards and see what messages are coming out to assist you today. We have the Hierophant. We have the 5 of Pentacles, and we have the 3 of Swords. So there's definitely some hardship. This is some rough stuff here in this particular pile. So obviously, I feel like a lot of you who picked this pile, you have been going through some very rough times, some losses, maybe some health issues, some heartbreak, just a lot of pain in general. And so the Hierophant is here to kind of tell you to seek out wisdom and guidance, maybe from somebody else who is in a position of authority. It might even be like a religious authority, to help to guide you in a new direction. Or it may even be that in certain cases that this figure is part of why you're feeling so disillusioned and in a hard place. But there's a sense here of coming back to your center and to your belief, like your core belief. Even though everything else might be falling apart around you, it's like there is a need to recenter back to your core foundations and your core beliefs here. There might be a shakeup definitely in your sense of traditions. You've been disillusioned, your heart has been broken by, for some of you, again, maybe your community, or again, where you place your traditions. But maybe for some of you, maybe you felt like your individuality has been suppressed, or your growth has been restricted in some way. Maybe, again, for some of you, it could literally just be a mental thing, but it may also be physical. So this, in some ways, for some of you, your reason for this is rooted in the Hierophant, but also your solutions are also rooted in the Hierophant. This is about purifying and seeking out better wisdom to redirect your life. I feel like seeking out somebody who is an expert, who understands maybe the health issue you're looking for. Look for second opinions if this is having to do with like a physical hardship. Look for second opinions. Look for people who have better wisdom. In some ways, finding more stability, finding even in some way like a better support, a better community that is going to actually support you is important here, which is, easier said than done. Again, if you've been in a situation where you've relied on a dogmatic system or even like a religious situation, it's like you need to compare those beliefs to what your physical reality actually is. Are those beliefs or that community actually benefiting your physical situation? Because based on these cards, it might not be. So it's time to seek out a community that actually is going to support, or an expert that's actually going to help you fix your issues. So let's see what else we have here. So we have St. John's Wort with Dispirited. Yeah, that definitely makes sense. We have citrine, which definitely citrine is a very like uplifting, beneficial stone. But again, believing in false idols. A lot of the citrine that you buy in the store is not real citrine. It's actually baked amethyst. So I feel like with that, coming to realizations about you, again, thinking that a situation is better than it really was, um maybe against somebody you believed in, or a situation that you put your whole entire beliefs in, isn't actually benefiting you, because it isn't actually what it seems to be, what it's saying it is. But otherwise, citrine is a very powerful stone for uplifting your mood. We also have the indigo milk cap with true colors. Oh my god. Oh, I'm getting chills, man. Oh, and for your sort of self-care cards, because again, Virgo is a sign that has to do a lot with health and generally your body. So we have aromatherapy, and we also have pleasure. Interesting. There's a lot to unpack here. All right, let's start with the St. John's Wort. With that Dispirited, I mean, I think the title of that one alone tells you a lot, especially with the Three of Swords being there. Like, you are dispirited. The little poem here is: crushed, depressed, and feeling down. Rely on me to lift that frown. Enthusiasm's too subdued. I'll restore and boost your mood. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be. There it is done. So I'm going to actually read the whole thing. So St. John's Wort's guidance. A bitter disappointment has left you disheartened. That Three of Swords. And well, not just the Three of Swords, also the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles also has to do a lot with another way of reading that is like through sickness and sickness and through health, whatnot, like the vows, because it's like that can refer to even in the lowest moments. It's like you should be with somebody who is going to help you in those lowest and roughest moments, and especially with the Hierophant being there, which again can refer to traditional institutions that are well established and been around for a long time, like marriage, the church, government, things like that. It does have some relations to that as well. So I don't know, that's just something that crossed my mind. Anyway, disappointment has left you disheartened, and you just can't seem to shake off the blues. When optimism is discouraged, you find it hard not to feel demoralized, which has invited in a gloomy outlook as well as a few sleepless and worrisome nights. However, all is not lost. When your hope has been shattered and you're feeling downright miserable, just reach for my bright yellow flowers to restore your former sunny disposition. The effectiveness of my antidepressant properties will cheer you up in no time, and soon your natural sparkle will return to you in full. As I spirit away any feelings of guilt and lack of self-worth, have care not to tread on me, as a fiery horse may steal you away. Oh, excuse me, a fairy horse may steal you away. Drink me as a tea to soothe rheumatitis. God damn. Neurology. Why can't I pronounce any of these words? Neurology and the symptoms of menopause. Or place me in the garden, and I will attract the bees to color up your life as you begin to blossom again. So, this is a herb that was used in the Crusades to treat and heal battle wounds. It's been used for over 2,400 years for medicinal purposes. St. John's Wort is traditionally burnt in midsummer fires and will protect the home from misfortune, illness, and fire. Keep a sprig under your pillow to protect you from bad dreams. So obviously, when it comes to anything medicinal, herbs and stuff, do your research, ask the proper people what to use and how much to use. Be smart about that. But obviously, St. John's Wort might be beneficial. And again, it's talking about lifting you up out of a depressing, bad mood and, just like your misfortune. And yeah, definitely like that Five of Pentacles and that Three of Swords. I don't know what you guys have gone through recently, but it's rough. So let's also look at our inky milk cap with the true colors, which is card 33. So the indigo milk cap is actually considered an edible mushroom. And apparently tastes a little bit like portobello. However, it will stain everything green. Again, just like I said with the St. John wort, don't go picking up random mushrooms and eating them, all right? Like, do your research, ask people who know what they're doing to, help you. Don't just go and do stuff like that. But anyway, the card meaning: let your true colors shine from within. Some people cannot hide who they are, and some never show their true colors. The indigo milk cap is a stunning mushroom. With its distinguishing features, it can't be mistaken for anything else. When you cut it in half, the color inside of it is that of the outside. Your internal environment reflects your external environment, and vice versa. You show who you truly are from the inside, and this should be celebrated. This card may be asking whether someone is showing their true colors or hiding them from view. Do you know your friends inside and out? Do you know yourself inside and out? When you understand yourself fully, it gives you a wealth of information to understand others. Do you see traits in others that are red flags? Always trust your intuition when it comes to people and situations you find yourself in. Your gut tells you when something doesn't add up. Like when someone says one thing and does another. Take notice of these things and the people around you. Do you really need these kinds of influences in your life? You always have options open to you. You can choose to walk away from or confront them. Remember, masks can only last so long before true colors show through. If it is you who needs to show your true colors, step into your power and do it. The time is here. So again, however that might resonate for you, obviously, if you aren't letting your true colors shine, especially like, again, if you're in this low of a position or in situation with the Three of Swords and the Five of Pentacles, it's like you only have up to go next. So it's like a question of, again, who has led you into this situation? Yes, it always, you allowed yourself to make these choices. Okay, so yes, part of why you're in this situation has to do with you, but you have to also kind of look around at people like, who helped you to get to this point? Like, what has led you to being in this position? I don't know, something to think about. But let's also look at our citrine, which is card 17. So this is about joyful expressiveness, exuberance, and happiness, letting go of any and all negativity. Yeah, you've been holding on to too much negativity that has led down to this path. Now is the time for you to be you, again, showing your true colors, and to experience the tremendous joy available to you. With all the hard work you do to overcome your old patterns, heal the wounds of the past, and forgive yourself and others as you walk the healing path, you might find that you've forgotten how to just have fun and laugh. Be happy today. Citrine Spirit is here to amplify the joy in your life, so feel it and express it as you are broadcasting it to the entire planet, because you are. However, serious life may feel, the conscious universe really wants all of us to have fun. So you are doing important work when you exuberantly share your joy with the world. Make time for pure playfulness and joy today. So I think that's interesting, and we're about to get into it with the aromatherapy, and particularly the pleasure card. Like, that is really standing out to me. So for some of you, part of this issue is not loving your body enough, or maybe you've been told that you can't enjoy certain things, maybe because of certain dogmas or teachings that have led you to feel like this is a bad thing to do. It is not a bad thing to do. You do need to do this because it's going to help to uplift your mood. Anyway, let's get into it. So let's talk about aromatherapy. Aromatherapy and this can go hand in hand. They can help each other. I'm just going to say. So card 3, the aromatherapy. So the mantra here is, I'm in touch with all of my senses and find bliss in exploring them. Aromatherapy is a powerful tool to connect with plants, flowers, herbs, and the environment around you. Take time today to notice what you smell. Pay close attention to how different scents make you feel and what memories they trigger. Try going for a walk in nature and breathe in the fragrance of the plants, trees, and air. Tune in deeper with your sense of smell. You can create a simple daily aromatherapy ritual by anointing yourself with your favorite essential oil blend. Apply the oil to the inside of your wrists, both sides of your throat, and the back of your neck. Your body will then act as a personal aromatherapy diffuser to disperse the scent of the oil for your enjoyment and the pleasure of those around you. You can go one step further by setting up an aromatherapy diffuser near your bedside or in your office. Use the lavender to help you get into the right mental state for sleep, for brain stimulation. Explore essential oils like peppermint and rosemary to keep your mind sharp at work. So the journal prompt here with this is, what is your favorite scent from childhood and what does it remind you of? Interesting. And then we're going to move into the pleasure card. All right. The mantra is, I am worthy of pleasure. Our bodies are magnificent temples of joy, bliss, and ecstasy, waiting exploration. Most of us have an upbringing filled with limiting perspectives about how we can experience pleasure and what kind is appropriate. As we begin to break free from constrictive perspectives, we can re-explore our bodies and all our senses to find new and more profound experiences of pleasure. This exploration is a very personal process, with the main requirement being an open mind. Begin by closing your eyes and tuning into your body. Ask yourself where you want to be touched and how you want to be touched. You can also ask your senses what they are craving. What does your nose want to smell? What does your skin want to feel? What do your eyes want to see? What does your mouth want to taste? What do your ears want to hear? Pleasure has unlimited forms, and you can call in whatever one you desire. So the journal prompt here is, what kind of pleasure do you want to call into your life? Exactly. You have nowhere else to go but up. So what ultimate pleasure does your life want to be filled with? How do you want your body to feel? Who is the person you want to be? And again, seek out wisdom and guidance from those who are already living that life or have the knowledge on how to do that. Again, you might want to get yourself a piece of citrine. Just be aware that it is true citrine, which usually has a little bit more of a smoky color to it, or at least it can. It's usually just more like a honey color yellow than necessarily that bright, kind of candy yellow with that white at the bottom. That white is literally like the quartz crystal at the end of like an amethyst geode. So just keep that in mind. But clearly, aromatherapy is a big thing that's going to help you here. You might want to plant some St. John's wort in your garden. And yeah, like sense of smell is something that can really help to uplift you. Also, I would feel like, especially if you're having like health issues, consider like what you're breathing in. Maybe double check your apartment or your house and make sure there's not a mold issue or something else like leaking a bad smell that you're taking in but you're not realizing you are, that's impacting your health. That's another thing to keep in mind. Whatever heartbreak and whatever situation that you have gone through, you can come out of it. You 100% can. It's just a matter of I feel like reconnecting to your body and asking yourself who you truly want to be and allowing yourself to show that. But yeah, that's the reading here. So if this resonated, if it made sense, let me know. Let me know what else you'd like to see next. Remember to check out all my links down below, my website, or again, the link to the book that I did the book cover for, because supporting that is a great way to help to support me, because I am working on the second book cover. So especially if you like a supernatural urban fantasy smexy book, a little bit of pleasure, maybe something to inspire you to explore, that's definitely a great read to do that with. So thank you all so much. And I just realized we had 2 5s. Holy shit. I am a dum-dum. Wow. And oh my God, we have so many 3s. Oh, why am I only realizing that now? Jesus. Wow. Okay. Pay attention to the numbers 5 and 3. Whoa. Okay. Bye, guys. All right, for those who picked the second pile with this little quartz crystal, please do remember, if you didn't listen to the beginning of the video, I highly encourage you to go and do that so you understand what this reading is all about. So we have, again, Virgo energy is what we're talking about. So let's see what messages are coming out for you. We have the Chariot. Look at that. We also have the 10 of Pentacles. That's crazy. And we have the 10 of Swords. That's even more crazy. You have two tens. So like the two bookends, two ending cards, the completion of a cycle. We'll get more into it. Especially with the Chariot being there. I mean, Chariot has a little bit of connection to, it's Cancer energy. So we're talking about home, we're talking about family. And then you have the 10 of Pentacles, which literally is home and family. But then we have the 10 of Swords. Now, yes, the 10 of Swords is kind of it's a painful bookend. It refers to an ending to things that it was not a comfortable ending. It had harsh edges, but at the same time with the imagery, again, you can interpret that as a sunset, but you can also interpret it as a sunrise. So there is hope at the end of the tunnel. At least the suffering is ended. And I'm just getting the sense here of something. This is in relation to your family lineage. Something has happened in your family inheritance, I don't know, family business. Like something has definitely shook up the family dynamics, and you mentally are definitely going somewhere different. You're reviewing your home, you're reviewing your childhood, you're reviewing all of these things that have come to this point, because you need to review it in order to understand how you can move forward into a positive way to build a stronger family bond, and prosperity for yourself, by understanding what the harsh truths really were. The good moments and the bad moments, however that might be balanced out, you have to understand that there are two sides of the same coin, and that learning how to balance both is what's going to move you into the next phase of your journey. So we also have Olive with Peace. This is how you're going to find your peace. We have Mookaite Jasper. We have the Morel with restoring balance, restoring your peace. And of course, because Virgo has a bit to do with health and wellness, we have some self-care cards today. So we have flow like water, and we have chanting. So using your words, chanting a rhythm is definitely important, but also getting into water. We'll get more into these cards shortly. But let's go ahead and start with our Olive card. So, it said peace, right? What did it say again? So our little poem here is: quarrels, squabbles, feuds, and stress, emotional irritations cause distress. Olive branch, welcome release. Go forth now in health and peace. This magic is worked with harm to none. So mote it be, there it is done. So as you extend a symbolic olive branch in goodwill towards an enemy, I will ensure the peaceful outcome you desire. Going easy on yourself at this time releases your expectations of others and your control of outcomes. As a symbol of peace, my companions' tranquility and harmony accompany me in your kitchen to remind you that this is a time to be still, to listen to the wisdom of the witch within. Hang an olive branch above the threshold to ensure your home is a sanctuary for you and guests alike. My health benefits have been honored for centuries, for I'm known to boost the immune system, fight against disease, and even revive dry and lifeless hair back to a glossy mane. Use me as a base when blending oils for your magical potions, or for anointing and ritual and ceremony, and for you yourself shall be blessed with the peace your soul craves at this time. Sacred to Athena, she gifted the people of Athens an olive tree. It is said that this tree grew in the Acropolis until the Persians burnt it down. Olive oil was used in Greek temple lamps and to anoint priests and kings. The island of Crete is home to an olive tree, a living monument believed to be between 3,000 and 5,000 years old. That's pretty wild. So obviously, work with olive oil. Maybe try to grow an olive tree. You can definitely find them every now and again for sale. But I just like that goodwill towards an enemy. Like, be the bigger person. And I feel like especially that can be so hard in a family situation. Like, that enemy might be within your family that this is referring to, but it's time to close that chapter and move on and understand that, you know what? No matter how much you might try to explain, try to reason, sometimes some people just will never change. And that's not your responsibility to change them. You can say your piece and then you can move on, because it's like you can't stick around to try to fix that person, because if they don't choose to do the work themselves, it's never going to get done. Um, so yes, this is a moment, a turning point, I feel like, of like realizations all around of just like, you know what, you need to prioritize your peace, restore your peace, and move away, especially if a family situation is not beneficial to you. So let's look more at the Mookaite Jasper, which is card a 36. So this is risk, adventure, new experiences, exploring unknown territory, and claiming personal power. The seemingly safe road is not the one to take right now, for your soul is on a path of healing and wants you to experience fulfillment and joy. Mookaite Jasper Spirit is here to tell you that life is meant to be lived, so be adventurous now. Do not hold back to protect yourself from getting hurt, for this crystal has appeared to encourage you to take the leap, take the risk, and draw confidence from knowing that you have the conscious universe as your ally. Let go of your worries and your old beliefs about the dragons that await you if you dare to step out into the unknown. Risk taking is required now, and you are fully supported in saying no to playing it safe. Mookaite Jasper's message is that the adventure before you is one of discovery, and wondrous gifts await you. New ideas, new partners, new experiences, and new possibilities for achieving what you desire. Be bold and venture forth. Yes, you're moving in, one chapter is ending and you're moving into this new adventure, and don't have any fear around it, because you're protected regardless. And obviously you might want to carry around or keep a piece of Mookaite Jasper with you. Next, we're going to talk about the Morel, which is card 12. Again, this is a edible mushroom, but do your research, ask the right people. Don't go just picking random stuff out in, the woods. But anyway, the card meaning here is drawing the morel could mean that it's time to restore and build yourself up from the inside. Have you become empty inside? Do you feel like something is missing from your life? Are you feeling completely drained and like you have given too much of yourself? It's time to enjoy the wonderful energy that morel brings. It's hard for people to see inside, to understand if you're feeling weary, depleted, or depressed. It's a time to take matters into your own hands. Look inwards and work on restoring and building yourself up. Perceptions can sometimes be wrong. Don't underestimate what may be going on underneath someone's seemingly fine exterior. The intricacies of the exterior of the morel is the complete opposite of what is inside. So don't let your first impression fool you. Do what brings you joy. Eat and be merry. Exercise or sit under a tree in the sun. Create or take up a hobby that's always been on your list. The time is now, and only you know how to fill that void. It may also be someone you know or something that needs attention. Whatever the case may be, attend to their essential needs. These might not be obvious. Look deeper to understand what is missing and what can be gained and how you can help. Reach out if you need to, because no one can see under the surface better than yourself. It's time to find nourishment. Interesting. And lastly, of course, we have our two self-care cards. So we're going to talk about those. So we're going to start with chanting, which is card 8. So your voice is heard, or excuse me, the mantra is my voice is heard. If you're new to chanting, you can start with learning to tone Om and the sound of each chakra. At first, practice chanting on your own to gain a level of comfort. So the crown chakra is Om, third eye chakra is Om, throat chakra is Hum, throat chakra is Hum, heart chakra is Yam, solar plexus chakra is Ram, sacral chakra is Vam, and root chakra is Lam. So hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, but yeah. Experiment with different tones, noticing which ones come easily or feel challenging. Free yourself from worrying about how you sound. Allow your unique voice to resonate and express itself. When you're ready to go deeper and experience the sensation of chanting in a group, look for local singing, chanting, or kirtan events. Hopefully I pronounced that right. Most yoga studios will include chanting as part of the practice, typically at the beginning or the end of the class. You can also pioneer the effort within your community and gather some loved ones who are willing to chant with you. This activity is especially fun to try in an enclosed space that has a loud echo or outside surrounded by beautiful nature. So the journal prompt here is: what blocks, real or imagined, prevent you from chanting? What practical steps can you take to eliminate these blocks? Essentially, what is blocking you from speaking, from sharing your voice? Maybe you were told not to speak up or speak out. And then we have flow like water. So the mantra is: I give thanks for the abundant waters of Mama Gaia. Water naturally carries intentions within it. As one of the 5 classical elements, it is an incredible, valuable resource for our physical and energetic bodies. It holds the power to purify us physically, emotionally, and spiritually. You can infuse water with intention through your speech, thoughts, and prayers, or by placing sacred symbols or words of positive affirmation on or under drinking vessels. You might want to chant over, a body of water. Tune into your mind's eye and picture the water cleansing you. Where are you? What kind of water is cleansing you? Is it from the ocean, a river, your bathtub, or an ancient water temple? Manifest this vision in your life and look for new ways to connect with water. Skate on the ice, surf in the sea, paddleboard on a lake, or even simply shower with an intention. Whichever way you go about it, offer great reverence and sincere gratitude for the waters of this earth. The journal prompt is: what beliefs and patterns would you like to wash away with the help of water? So there we go. So that's what I'm seeing in this reading. If it resonated, please do let me know. And if you'd like more videos, more content, definitely do leave a comment and let me know what you'd like to see next. Also, remember to check out all my links to, my website, to the book that I did the book cover for, because that is a great way to support me as well as the author. You're supporting, a 2-for-1 special. And especially if you want something that is, a fun, spicy adult urban fantasy read, definitely go and check it out. But thank you all so much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye. All right, for our third and final pile for this reading. Again, if you did not listen to the beginning of the video, I highly encourage you to go back and do that so you understand how this reading works. Again, we're referring to Virgo energy here, but let's see what the messages have in store for you. So we have Temperance. We have the 9 of Swords. Oh boy. And we have the 6 of Swords. Interesting. So right off the bat, what I'm getting here is obviously there's some stress going on. You're trying to move away from a stressful situation or, a force of habit or something. I feel like there's a big, big need to restore balance in your life, to find harmony, to find, some peace and some inner joy again, to have a little bit more faith. And there's a need to make adjustments. There's something that you're overdoing here. Maybe in some ways it could be a little bit of like an addiction. Because you're clearly under some mental stress, some mental anguish here with that 9 of Swords, something that's overwhelming, the inner demons trying to come out. And you're really wanting to move away from that. So the key here is to find balance at this time. Let's see what else we have here. We have Chili Pepper with Ferocity. Spicing it up. We have Lemurian Quartz. So some inner wisdom, some inner tapping into stuff. We also have the Scarlet Elf Cup with Healing. You need to find, again, that's something that Temperance can definitely assist with, is healing through the peace, through the harmony, through creating the balance. Also, because Virgo is a sign that refers to, healing, health, and whatnot, we do have some self-care cards today. So we have Alone Time and Building Strength, which I feel like goes so well with that Ferocity card of like, again, you're needing to heal and get some balance again. I feel like you get real stressed out by other people. There's something here that's like really bugging you, and it's just interrupting your whole entire life. And it's like you need to get away and get back into your own like gravitation of your personal life. And you know what? If you need to be a little like snappy about it, you might have to, because some people just don't take no as like an answer. It's like, you know what, you need to walk away, and you know what, if you got to punch somebody, no, I don't, I'm not telling you to do that, but you get my drift, I'm sure. But let's dive into this a little bit more. We're actually going to start with the Scarlet Elf Cup here, which is card a 20. Apparently, this is also supposedly an edible mushroom. Again, do your own research, ask the right people. I'm just reading what it said in the little book here. But anyway, the card meaning is a time of healing is here or on its way. The Scarlet Elf Cup heals fresh wounds, whether physical, emotional, or spiritual. Will you drink from its cup? The wounds you carry may be fresh, but everything can be healed given time. Be patient, but also make sure you don't let the wounds stay open and fresh. Not only will you lose energy from this, but you will stay stationary until the gap is closed. You can't fill yourself with what you need or move forward if there is a leak. Where are you losing energy? Where are you letting your wounds stay open? You can learn to grow and heal when you take the time to understand the lesson. Once the lesson is learned, you no longer need to keep repeating the pattern. So if you're stuck in a repeating pattern that you can't seem to break, ask yourself, what do I need to learn from this? When we start to look at the world and people as teachers, we move from victim to student. Look at situations without the emotional charge and see from a higher perspective. Scarlet Elf Club may also be asking us to help heal the wounds of others. Are you feeling called to service? Are there bridges that need mending? Where can you create healing in your life and with those around you? Every random act of kindness has incredible healing properties. I also just got this, and for some of you, are you trying to run away from the situation? Are you trying to think that if you don't acknowledge what's causing you pain, that somehow it's going to go away? That's not the case. You need to sit down and ask yourself, what is the issue here? Or again, maybe you're feeling called to go and assist others who are having. I feel like that is in the end what you'll end up doing is once you solve your problem, you are going to be so inspired to go out and help others, to show them, hey, this can be done. I was in this situation before, but I got out of it, and here's how I did it. So let's look at the Lemurian Quartz as well, which is card 31. So let's talk about vision, big picture thinking, unlocking the secrets of infinite possibility. Your ability to imagine something bigger and better and draw in what you need in order to heal, feel a sense of well-being, and step into your power as a co-creator is greater than you think. The message of Lemurian Quartz Spirit is that now is the time to free yourself to dream big. What do you see for yourself? How do you picture yourself in this future? What kind of person have you evolved into as you strive to fully embrace and enjoy your life? On this healing journey, you are called to keep your eye on the bigger picture of your experience so that you recognize your struggles as leading you to epiphanies, allies, and inner wisdom born of lived experience. Lemurian Quartz reminds you that the capacity to unlock the wisdom of the stars is within you. Just open your connection to the conscious universe and allow your imagination to soar. Very soon, a powerful vision of what is ahead for you will become clear. So I feel like once you start doing this work, you're going to tap in and you're going to get literally some spiritual downloads that are going to show you the future. And I feel like another part of this, because it's talking about you have the power to imagine what you want to create in your world, and it will happen. So I feel like some of you have issues where you can get caught up on thinking about the negative instead of the positive too much, and that in turn creates the negative reality. So lastly, before we get into our healing cards, let's talk about the chili pepper. Ferocity. String me up, keep me raw. Intense spice could make you sore. Could make you sore. Face the heat, fight fire with fire. Fierce emotions feed desire. This magic is worked with harm to none, so mote it be, there it is done. So, tap into the untamed primordial behavior you have been suppressing. Your savage side screams for you to be raw, unstrained, and to acknowledge your most vehement instincts. Never apologize for being assertive or for striking out to achieve what you want. You have permission to be brutal as you focus on your desire and goals. For the only way to beat the competition and to win right now is to be ruthless. Known as a demon spice, I will spice up your life with my intense, powerful pungency. Fights, arguments, and violence challenge your emotions, and ferocious behavior could leave you red with anger. Feel the intensity of my heat as I spread piquant. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Warmth over every aspect of your life. Feel the burn, baby. Oh, yeah. Yeah, especially if you're somebody who is very like, I feel like if you kind of just sit back and you wait for life to happen to you, this is definitely the energy that needs to like uplift you. And especially because you get that build strength. So it's like something really active, something that gets your muscles going, like some like intensive, like literally there's like a workout program called Insanity, like that kind of vibe of like really hype, like let's go, kind of like, I don't know, like CrossFit kind of shit, like throwing tires and whatnot. Like I feel like that is the vibe that you need to empower, because it's gonna help you to come out of your shell a little bit, to get some, passion back in your life. But anyway, since 5000 BC, the chili pepper has been used in the Americas as a food source and spice. Christopher Columbus first tasted chilies in the Caribbean. Diego Chanca, his physician, brought chilies back to Spain, calling them peppers due to the hot taste. Spain used them as a substitute for black peppercorns. Chili was introduced into India at the end of the 15th century. So there's just some fun facts for you. So now, finally, let's get into our self-care little cards here. So the mantra for alone time is, I make time to focus on myself. Joyously explore your alone time. Think about what you would like to do in solitude. Then plan so that your time is freed up and your commitments are put on pause. Find peace and stillness, but completely tuning up. Let me rewind that. Find peace and stillness by completely tuning into your own needs. You can keep it simple and plan something like a quiet night at home to journal and be introspective, go for a walk, work on a creative project, meditate, or try any solo activity that feels restorative to you. Be sure to communicate to your loved ones how important this is to you. Make them aware of how it allows you to show up more fully in daily life. That way, they can support you by respecting the time you need to be alone without interruption. So the journal prompt here is, how does having alone time make you feel? What emotions and memories come up for you when you're alone? And then we got card 6 here with build strength. Mantra is, I'm strong, my body, mind, and spirit are resilient. So it's time to move and strengthen your body in a new way. Consider a new fitness class or exercise video, a session with a personal trainer, or any other creative strength building ideas that come to mind. Remember to not get caught up in your physical appearance. Strength can manifest in the body in many different ways. To maintain focus, think of a goal you'd like to accomplish that requires some additional strength, like hiking a steep trail or running a certain distance. Focus on the outcome you wish to attain instead of how you want your body to look. Most importantly, be sure to celebrate yourself when you reach this goal. The journal prompt is, what makes you feel strong? So yeah, exactly. And it was talking about like an exercise video. That is something you can do alone. Again, setting aside alone time, like this is my exercise time. This is when I focus on my body, because it's gonna help you to restore balance to your body 100%. It's gonna help to heal you. It's gonna help you to feel more confident, and it's gonna help you battle like the mental demons that you might be dealing with. Because again, it helps to build endorphins. It helps your hormones. It literally helps you to balance out your body, and that might help to clear up your mind to a certain degree. Or again, if you do have like a serious like mental issue going on, make sure you talk to appropriate physicians who can help you to give you guidance. But I can definitely confirm that doing something like exercise and building your body is a good step in that direction of helping an issue like that. It helps with a lot of different issues. So with that said, that is what I'm seeing for this reading. So if this resonated, do let me know. Let me know what you would like to see next as far as video, content, whatever. Sky's the limit. Give me all the suggestions. I'm open to it all. And of course, check out all my links down below, my website link, as well as the book that I did the book cover for. If you go and check that out on Amazon, grab yourself an ebook or a physical copy, give it a read, leave a review. It's a great way to help. And again, especially if you're looking for some inspo for your personal training, there's a little bit of that in that book for sure. So thank you all so much, and I will see you in whatever I do next. Bye-bye.